Hello. Looks like my stream deck isn't working, so that's fun. We're gonna have to survive without that, but other than that, we're all good. So let's get on to it then, shall we? Hello! How you doing? I am good. I see we got a hydrate from X Dragon, thank you. And first from M4, congrats. Hello Quinn, how you doing? Let her rip, Tater Chip. That's cute. Dum dum dum, baby! So, fun times, everyone. I was doing some very fun stuff this past weekend. Ooh. Hey, Lantanu! Thank you for the subscription. Oh, and Quinn! Quinn coming in too! Thank you also for the subscription. We got 19 months for Lantanu. Thank you so much. You could have used your Prime menu or you chose to use it with me, and that means a lot to me. And thank you, Quinn Darko, for a whole 13 months. That's a 9-month streak. That's pretty cool. Thank you both so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your continued support. Hey, Extra Dragon, thank you for the 500 bits and starting a hype train. Woo! I unfortunately don't have my I don't have my conductor's hat here, so you're gonna get some free ears instead to make up for the lack of conductor's hat, and instead I'll just go choo choo hype train. Yay! So thank you guys. And only one of my one of the bells fell off, so now I'm single belling it. So it's a lot quieter. But hey, and thank you, Quinn, for the 250 bits. These are great ears. Thank you so much. I might be getting another pair of ears. I know, Dragon. I know, it's so sad. To Amazon. I did update my Amazon, so that's good. What was I saying? I might end up getting another pair of ears for my Halloween costume coming up. I really should just start buying stuff, because like normally I'd go to like thrift stores and try to like find stuff at thrift stores, but the thrift stores here kind of suck, so I don't think it's worth trying to like find things in thrift stores, because the stuff in thrift stores suck. So instead it's probably just gonna be a accumulate from Amazon kind of cosplay. My Cheshire Cat cosplay. If anybody's like, what the heck you talking about, Bunny? My Cheshire Cat cosplay. Yes, I'm opening up my drink because stream days are for drinking. But for those of you who did not know, this past weekend, the reason I did not stream on Sunday, I was going wedding dress shopping. So that's pretty gosh darn exciting. I found some really good ones. And there was one that was kind of amazing. And I did not buy it just yet because it's very different than a lot of the ones I've tried on. And so knowing that that's kind of what I want to do a little more searching and make sure that that is the one, you know? But like, it was pretty good. And I'm really excited. So I was there with my mom and my aunt and my grandmam and my brother, which I know you don't usually bring brothers along, but I thought he'd enjoy the ride, and also he could help entertain my grandmam. So I think he had fun, or at least he was a trooper. He was really good at going, ooh, wow, ah. He was very good. So, all in all, it was a lot of fun, and that'll probably be the last time I go dress shopping for a while. Not like forever, obviously. I haven't bought a dress yet, so obviously I need to go shopping a little bit more. But I'll probably like wait until the end of my internship to go dress shopping again. So it's gonna be a minute. But that dress, that might be the one. I might be going back to buy it. I very well might be. Your brother is the same with oh, it's the same with your grandma. Yep. She seemed to have a really good time. Oh my god, the poor thing had like a giant bruise on her face. The poor thing. Like, she was fine. She did like unfortunately fall down, you know, as people do. But like, she was okay. But you know, as you start to get kind of old, you bruise pretty easily, so it's like enormous bruise. But we took that really cute picture, the one I posted in the Discord. We thought it'd be funny, since she did have like the bruise, if we all like wore the sunglasses, and I thought it was really cute. Do the dresses have fancy names so you can remember it? Yes, they all have like female names. I know the name of my dress. I don't even want to say the name of my dress because I don't want to give you guys any ideas. But I don't remember all the names of all the dresses, because, you know, a lot of them you're just like, okay, like, or you don't even like look at the name if you're like, meh. But I do remember the name of the one, so it's a cool name too. I'm guessing so. You're not like, yes, I would like the white wedding dress. Exactly. Oh gosh, there were so many pretty ones. And you know what's like really rough? Because I am a little traditional in the sense that I don't want DJ Brownie to see the dress before the wedding. You know, that like superstition or whatever, like, I think it's fun. So I'm sticking with it. But that means like I'm really excited and I like can't show him any pictures, you know? And so it's like, so there's that. But it's really fun. Ooh, we got some new emotes, it looks like. Do I get the emotes if I'm just like sitting here while you guys hype train? I want to check. I'm looking for emotes, guys. Did I get the new emotes? I've collected all of the level 0 emotes. Oh, heck yeah. How do I find them? Hype train. Yeah, I like seeing the bride for the first time thing. Yeah, me too. Ooh, wait, look, I have a, boop. Ta-da! Yeah, no, I think it's cute too. There are a lot of like, you know, traditional things that I would like to do because I just think they're cute. So, yee. Anywho, you want to go play a game that's gonna break our hearts and tear our souls into pieces? Because I do. That sounds like a really fun Tuesday evening. Let's go. Let's go be sad. Excuse me, that was a burp. We're drinking Corona Extra because I am extra. Okay, you guys have to look at a mostly black screen for a second though, because my stream deck isn't working, so I have to switch things over like before. What's this game called again? Oh, I was a teenage exoncologist. That's what it is. Exocolonist. I keep wanting to say exoncologist. Exocolonist. Sure, your soul is not completely shattered yet. Just wait. 1 out of 10. Rip stream. What? Did something happen? Wait. Did something happen? Are we good? Seems fine? Oh, okay. What's the 1 out of 10 then? What am I 1 out of 10ing? Oh, might be a laggy day. So the good news is I got the little thing I needed. The bad news is it's not plugged in yet because I started reading the instructions and realized there was a lot more to it than I thought. So yeah. I'm also a little worried that this isn't gonna work because I'm supposed to put it right next to the router and I don't even know where my router is. But hopefully we'll get it to work. I promise I'll have it set up by next stream, and I'm sorry I didn't have it set up already. It like looks like a little robot. It's like hee hee hee. Whatever the strongest point in my apartment is, I mean, it's 350 square feet. I think it's all pretty garbage. Oh yeah, we're a teenager now. We're a teenager now. And look, Tang cut her hair. Ooh, look at her. She's got bad posture. Oh, but look at the hollow palm. That's like the first time you've really seen it. It's cute. You get the power brick too? I got the cord first because I was doing a little poking around, like testing different things, and I thought that the cord was the problem, so I got the cord first. And it definitely helped. Like, my phone actually does charge now. I think I might also get the brick because it's still not fast charging. It's just like regular charging, and I'd like it to fast charge. But I did get the power cord. Look at her, she's got bad posture. She's talking about herself always. Thank you for the posture check. The posture check. All right, now I gotta remember all these voices I did for these characters. It's been a minute. Oh, that's cute. Did they even give her like a little bit of acne? Oh, that's so realistic. Okay. Despite representing only 2% of an average healthy adult weight, the brain consumes, at rest, 20% of all energy produced by the body, Tang says, looking down at the pressed protein bar in her hand. So many resources to maintain such a relatively small organ. It's inefficient, don't you think? If any one of us demanded such a large share of the colony resources, we would be reprimanded. That's fair. I want to give her more medicinal roots. Because I never, like, actually use these in the card game portion. Because I set it to easy. So, yeah, he's a mood. Okay. And then she talks about how the medicine is interesting. Alright. Ooh, look, she's got longer hair now. Aw, look how cute she is. You spot Nem halfway up a garrison watchtower, her legs wrapped around the scaffolding as she cranes to look over the fence through a pair of holoculars. You clear your throat and peer down at... You clear your throat and she peers down at you and waves. Selene! Come on up here, I want to ask you something. You clamber easily up the scaffolding. Nem gives you a high five. Here, look at these, Nem says, shoving the holoculars into your hands. You raise them to your eyes and look where she's pointing. A long way out, much further than the expeditions are going, you spot a dark humanoid shape moving among the towering fungal forest. See him? Nem asks. It's Dis, I swear it is. He's always sneaking out of the walls. So what? +5 rebellion. Nem stares at you. So what? She repeats, aghast. He's gonna get in trouble. Only if you tell on him. Well, yeah, Nem stutters, but someone should. The adults say we're not supposed to go outside the colony unless it's on expedition, Nem says, taking the holoculars back and looping them around her neck. And Dis just goes whenever he wants. What if he gets hurt? What if he dies? She wrinkles her nose. What if he picks up a weird alien disease and comes back with 3 heads? Nem scratches her cheek where acne's made her skin dry and sore looking. Ow, she mutters as a bit flakes off. I just don't know what to do about it, she says. What do you think? Stay out of his business, tell an adult, try to convince him to stay inside, we should go after him. I'm just gonna say stay out of his business. He's been doing fine as is. I can't do that, Nem pouts. As the strongest kid in the colony, I gotta protect all the other kids. Oh, that's actually kind of endearing. The colony's got rules for a reason, Nem says, staring off into the wilderness. If we do our own thing and don't care about the rules, we're all gonna be toast. Kind of like a sports ball team. We're all doing different stuff, but we gotta play by the same rules so we can get as many points as we can. An enemy slain! You look down at the ground where a passing colonist is waving up at you. You two get down from there, it's not safe. Okay, sorry, I'm on watch, Nem shouts back, indicating her holoculars. She shoots you a smile. I guess we should get inside the watchtower, huh? Ooh, I have Anemone's loyalty. Oh, cute. You both climb the rest of the way to the guard platform. Nem heaves herself over the edge and reaches down to help you up, and you notice that her hands are all banged up and scabbing over with blue scales. Probably from scampering all over the place the way she does. She notices you looking and laughs awkwardly. She runs her hands through her fluffy hair. Maybe if I get beat up enough, I'll have so many scales I won't have no more acne, she jokes. Ooh, I learned something about Anemone. What'd I learn? Oh, she's loyal? She's pretty energetic, and she's in the middle of Goofball and Serious? I thought she'd be closer to Goofball. Oh, she's so cute. I like her very much. Oh, full-blown emo diss now. You catch Dis scrolling through his holopalm. I used to watch a lot of videos, he says, frowning. I don't know why. It's all garbage. Who cares about this stuff? It's not real. Dis gestures to the wilderness. That's real. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. I need to learn more about him! Or turn into a lizard. Is there anything I can give him that he'll like? Egg? Okay, it's just likes it a little. Ooh, other friend! Cal waves at you as you enter the garden, leaning on his shovel. Hey, Selene, he calls, but his eyes look past you, down the path to where an enemy is beating the absolute tar out of a training dummy. Her fierce battle cries echo across the colony, making Cal wince. She's been going totally hard lately, huh? He says. He scratches his face, smearing dirt across his cheek. She asked me yesterday if I wanted to spar with her. She said it would be good for self-defense. Cal smiles sadly at the memory. I told her I don't want to fight. Not her, not a training dummy, and not anything on this planet. For real. I've never seen her get so mad at me. She called me a baby and told me I'm just going to end up forcing everyone to protect me because I'm weak or helpless or whatever. He seems upset and stabs the ground with a few times with his shovel. I just don't think it's right to fight anyone, especially the Xenos. They were here first, he says. What do you think, Selene? I'm gonna say sometimes you don't have a choice. We're going true neutral on this one. Jeez, you sound like an adult, Cal grumps. They always tell us to see both sides of an argument, but I tried, and He shrugs. I just think if you have to hurt someone to get what you need, you don't deserve to have it. Oh, that's actually a very sweet pacifist way of thinking of it. What if your life depends on it? What if the loved ones are in danger? What if you're really hungry? I'm just gonna say, what if your loved ones are in danger? I mean, that's totally scary, but you kind of shouldn't be putting your loved ones in situations where they could be in danger in the first place. I mean, again, it's very good thought, but very unrealistic. I'm just gonna say, yeah, I can see your point, even though I think he's being naive, but I'm just gonna agree with him. Yay, friendship. Cal looks relieved. I'm glad you think so too. His eyes go back to Nem. She stops sparring with the training dummy and looking up at the gardens as she has a drink. Neither she nor Cal wave at the other. Cal clenches his fists. There's gotta be a way to figure out how to live in peace with all the cool things that live on this planet, he says. Like, hey, look at this weed I saw growing over here. Cal has such strong convictions. It's one of the things you like best about him, even if some people disagree with them. I want to see what I learned. Okay, he's decently loyal, but not as much as Nem. Definitely on the tough side, and definitely peaceful. Interesting. You spend a few hours with Cal in the garden as he shows off the area that he's been getting ready for the next planting season. The adults are really starting to trust him with more planning as he gets older, and he beams with pride. When you finally head out, you're just as dirty as he is, but you feel so much lighter. A little too passive given the location of camp. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Ooh, what are we gonna learn about her? You know, Selene, you're all right, Mars says as you approach. You blink at her, trying to figure out what she means. You're all right. You're an all right what? At your stunned silence, Mars laughs and tosses her hair over her shoulder. You're all right, she repeats. You actually have good taste, unlike all these other nullheads. Ever since we landed, it's been help with this Mars and don't waste resources on that Mars. It's boring. At least you understand the importance of sophistication. You shoot the breeze with Mars a bit longer. At some point, Dis skulks out of the living quarters and has to pass by you both, clearly trying not to draw your attention. Ugh, where is he going now? Mars mutters to you, then raises her voice so Dis can hear. Try not to get eaten by aliens, she calls out to Dis. If you die out there, they can't use your body for fertilizer. Don't be a waste. Aww. These are all so aggressive. Like, I don't want to be like, shut up, Mars. But also, I don't want to say, get lost, Dis. That's so mean. And I mean, she didn't... Like... I'm going middle of the road here. I don't like the two extremes, and to be honest, I don't like the middle of the road either, but I definitely don't want to go with the extremes. Dis scurries towards the walls, not looking back. Mars's ambition. It's not about being weird. It's just like, he never wants to do anything with us. Doesn't he know he's making himself an outcast? We're all stuck here together, so like, get it together, Dis, you know? Mars looks at her nails. He doesn't care about contributing to the colony, or being popular, or earning kudos, or anything important. What do you contribute, Mars? Mars laughs and puts her hands on her hips. I contribute plenty, and you know it, Selene. People need someone to tell them what to do, don't they? Okay. Okay, we don't have any bonuses yet. Let's remind myself what my options are. It's Mars, roast her. I mean, that's... Maybe I should have roasted her. Is there anything new in the supply depot? No, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm not clicking, I'm just hovering. We have organizing, perception, organizing, and persuasion. Oh, persuasion is nice. That one might be worth doing. Work in the depot. Okay, that's an option. We have some school things that are probably not really worth it at this point. Except for maybe studying humanities. I feel like that's still kind of helpful. Tutor children, reasoning, and empathy. I feel like that would be nice. Okay, that's a pretty high potential. Can play sports ball, defense training, lookout duty, Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to talk to him again. Okay, explore nearby or survey the plains. Nah, not this month. We'll come back to that later. Don't you worry. Shuffle dirt. Work on the farm. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna take a slightly more intellectual approach. I would like to tutor children, build some reasoning and empathy, because we don't got much of that. Let's do it. You show up to class to find congruence teaching a classroom of younger children. Instance is nowhere to be found. In the absence of further direction, you settle in to help the students with their work. After half an hour, Instance pokes her head into the classroom. Oh, good, you're already here, she says. I trust you'll be able to handle yourself in all subjects, and with the students of all ages. Ask congruence if you need any help. She turns to leave, but stops and turns back to you. Thank you, Slane, she says quietly. Since Professor Hal died, well, congruence and myself are poor replacements for him. I'm grateful for your help. Well, it's actually very sweet. You settle in to help the younger students learn how to use their holopalms to access the holonet. Congruence's massive database. Congruence has everything they could ever need. Music, movies, games, novels, and comics. A calculator, a timer, an encyclopedia, textbooks, the colony's social media, specialized tools for different jobs like architectural holograms. It's a massively powerful tool, and it's in their literal hands. They're mostly interested in the games. Who needs empathy when you have Nem? This is true. Oh my god, she's so cute. Who is this? Are you Nugget? Yeah, Nugget! Hey, Nugget! Some understand it less than others. Why do we gotta read about stuff? Nugget whines, poking directly at her hollow screen. The skin around her newly implanted holopalm looks a little red, like she keeps picking at it. I just want to go play. Oh, that looks infected? You take a closer look at Nugget's palm implant. The edges where it meets the skin are peeling back, and it looks red and puffy. No wonder she's having a hard time concentrating. It looks like it really hurts. You take her to med bay, put some antibiotic cream on it, and wrap her hand so she stops picking at it. She's excused from this lesson until her implant heals properly, so you spend some time with her afterwards, showing her how your own holopalm works. The quieter environment of the medbay seems to help her concentration, and soon she's zipping through Congruence's archives on her own. Looks like you're pretty good at this tutoring business. Tutoring! Alright, 5 kudos if we equal the goal. So, same plan as usual. Values wild. Oh, I see. So we could like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if all of these become 3? Then it's just like 3, wait. Oh, all of them under 3 become 3. Okay. What if we just like, because then it would be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. Oh, boom, and it's equal, so perfect. Wow, look at all that reasoning. A little bit of empathy. Kudos and stress. It's your birthday. You wake from a night of blissfully peaceful dreams. No nightmares, no premonitions, just a pleasant feeling of contentment. You stretch your arms over your head, blinking in the watery, quiet sunlight that seeps through the porthole window. Things are always changing on Vertumna, but you can't help but feel like things are changing for yourself, too. Not just your body, but your mind, your emotions, your future. 14 is gonna be your year. Your parents have been working around the clock since the last attack, trying to get the fields right again in time for this year's planting. Spark snow has already started falling, and every day they come home complaining about having to clear it. They ask you to ping them when you're awake so you can share birthday breakfast in your quarters instead of sitting shoulder to shoulder with everyone else during breakfast service in the canteen. You fire them a message and lie back in your bunk, just watching the dust motes float lazily in the light. After a minute, there's a knock at the door. It's Antecedent. She sweeps into your room in a bustle of skirts and shawls and sits down beside you on your bunk. "Oh, look at you," she says. "Happy birthday, beautiful. 14 years old." She leans in and gives you a motherly kiss on the forehead. It's been years since she took care of you in the children's crèche, but all the kids still call her Auntie and think of her as a close relative. Her sweet baking bread smell is as comforting as it ever was. She sits back and takes one of your hands in both of hers. "Slaine, ever since I held you in my arms as a baby, I knew you were so special, so important. You're becoming a young woman, but I want you to know I will always, always be here for you, just like your mom and dad," she says firmly. Okay, enough with the mushy stuff. Thanks, Antecedent. Or, "I don't want to grow up, Auntie." Who the heck is that? Is that Tangent in that picture? I'm gonna go with thanks, Antecedent. She smiles and tucks an unruly lock of your hair behind your ear. "I guess you're old enough to call me Aunt Annie now, if you like. Or even just Anne." Oh, Aunt Anne. No, Antecedent. "Now, come on in here," Aunt Anne says, spreading her arms wide. "Give us a great big hug." You hug her, enveloping yourself in the warm and familiar softness of her. Over her shoulder, you see Nem standing in the doorway. Well, her hair anyway. She's been growing it out, and there's no hiding it behind a corner. She skips into your quarters. "Happy birthday, bud," she says, bouncing onto your bunk. "Way to get older. Enjoy being 2 years older than me for a few months." "Thanks." It's good you're both here," Anne says. "Now that you've both been menstruating for about a year." Nem makes a face and mutters, "Yuck." But Anne continues, "You're both eligible for the cessation implant. Among the other things, it will prevent the bleeding and pain and the emotional roller coaster of your monthly cycle." Blah! "Mom," Nem hollers, "gross. Do you have to tell everybody about my cycle? I just don't want to get pregnant, okay?" Anne laughs. "Well, yes, that is the among other things part, but I don't expect you two to be needing that part for a few years, right?" Nem looks disgusted by the prospect. Or maybe just by her mom talking about it. Oh my god, we can flirt! We can flirt. Does she sell pretzels? I do think she also sells pretzels. She does have the bakery. So she's Auntie Anne. We're flirting. Of course we're flirting. Maybe one day the two of us could. Nem flushes the same color as her hair. "Oh, no, off," she mutters, scratching her neck. "Don't be weird in front of my mom, Salim." Nem does look different, in a good way. More grown up. You tell her that her hair is pretty and she rolls her eyes. "Just forgot to cut it, okay?" she says, avoiding your gaze. All right, we're flirting with Nem. Your parents finally arrive, still damp from the fields and bringing in the smell of crisp, tangy snow on their clothes. "Oh," that sounded so insincere. "Oh, look, birthday visitors," your dad exclaims. "Anne, are you staying for breakfast?" Anne reaches into her bag and brings out a stack of tiffins. "No, thank you, but I brought your order with me from the kitchen, seeing as I was stopping by." She pats her hand one more time. "Happy birthday again, Slaine. You'll always be my baby, even when you're all grown up." Your mom shakes her head as Anne and Nem leave. "Oh, Anne," she laughs. "Sentimental to the core." She starts laying out the cutlery for breakfast. But I don't know how the colony would manage without her and the children, Scratch, she says, and points a fork at you. Family is more than the people that birthed you, Selene, and don't you forget it. That was cute. And now we've flirted with Anemone. She was the original one I was going after, so maybe we'll continue that. Tang watches a stink roach skitter behind some nearby boxes, a look of intense disgust on her face. I hate it here, she spits, shuddering. Giant bugs, constant peril, climate. We were better off on the ship. She grimaces. Many humans carry the erroneous belief that we were great explorers, but I cannot see how this is true. It would be better if we could photosynthesize or breathe gases other than oxygen, or endure a greater range of temperatures. No, you see, all humans have ever had going for us is that, until now, we have been more than enough of us to die idiotic deaths without making a dent in our overall reproductive fitness. Wait, there have been more than enough of us. Oh, so she's just saying there's a lot of us. Poster attack! Nem is in the middle of tying her mane of hair away from her face. Oh, hey, Selene, she says, hair tied between her teeth. Just about to go for a run. Wanna come? Yes, I want to train with you, but I'm not tough enough. You're too tough for me. I'm close, though. Tis is curiously studying a small bleached white animal skull. Look at this, he says, holding it out to you. There's mushrooms growing in this one. I didn't know that fungus could grow on bone. It's kind of like everything on this planet was designed to work together. He throws the skull back into the wilderness. Well, except us. I know. Yep. You spot Cal kneeling in the dirt, digging up root vegetables and frowning. They're so small this year, he says, holding one up and examining it. Maybe there's just not enough nutrients in the soil. Is it something we're doing wrong? What do you think of my hair? Mars asks, fiddling with the end of one of the twists. I see you eyeing it. I'm growing it out. She sighs and buries her face in her hands. Ugh, it's so boring here. I am literally watching my hair grow. I found something you might like. It's a crystal. She holds up the crystal to the light and gazes into it. At the right angle, I can see my face in it. Beautiful. I think the thing I wanted to do was in here. Working in the depot. Yeah, organizing a persuasion. That's a good one. How close are we to... Okay, yeah, let's do it. You're scrolling through a hollow novel behind the desk when Tangent comes in. She pauses and looks uncomfortable when she sees you and Mars looking at her, and quickly disappears into the shelves. You and Mars shrug. A few minutes later, Tang comes up to the counter and drops a fistful of candy. She shifts from foot to foot as you ring her up, jostling up and down and rubbing her stomach. I also need something from behind the counter, she says quietly. Some medicine. You ask her what she needs. She mumbles the name. You can't hear her. Can you repeat that? She mumbles a little bit louder. Mars stifles a giggle. I'm sorry, what? Tang rolls her eyes. Stars, she curses. I need fart pills, okay? The stupid alien bacteria and all of the weird native food makes my stomach upset. OMG, Marge laughs. You have blue gut? Really? Tang the Perfect has blue farts. Tang crosses her arms and looks miserable. You give Mars a questioning look. Blue gut? Blue gut? Mars says, you know, when you keep farting and farting all this, like, blue, dusty stuff. Mars leans over the counter to get a better look at Tang's backside. Oh no, she says dramatically. White was not the best color to wear today, Tangent. Your butt's as blue as Selene's hair. Mars cackles as Tang anxiously cranes her neck to look at her rear. Poor Tang. Liar. Tang mumbles, not meeting your eyes. Just give me the pills, please. I don't want to talk about my stupid body. I'm gonna be sensitive and nice. What? Did I make her... that lost friendship with Tangent? But I gained empathy, so that's good at least. You let Tangent know that you're very sorry this is happening to her. Blue gets an uncomfortable condition, you tell her, but it doesn't make her a bad person. What? Who would say that? You let her know that if there's anything you can do to help, you'll be there for her, because that's what friends are for. Your approach seems to make Tang even more miserable. She takes her order and rushes out of the depot as soon as you're done. No, I tried. All right, this card gets +2. Ooh, we got a lot of 4s. So what if we go like boop, boop, and then like the +2, +2. Wait, and then this will add +2 to all of those. Wait. 24. Oh, it ends up being even because I lose 2 for them not being the same. Okay, what if instead I go here? No, that's only 20. Really? Is that the best I can do? Look at him. I just feel like I should be able to do better than that, but maybe that's all. Oh well. Yeah, I could have done better. Darn. Yay, some organizing, persuasion, all that good stuff. Do you go to engineering much? Mars asks. I tried to go talk to Tangent because she never wants to just hang out anymore, not since she got started working on that big project. Mars snaps her gums. You know about that, right? Or am I just special? You're not special, Mars. Nobody cares. I feel like I wouldn't hate Mars so much if I didn't give her such an annoying voice. I know, oops is right. You spot Cal kneeling in the dirt, digging up root vegetables and frowning. Oh, okay, I'm gonna give you food because I know you like food. Take this bobber fruit. Yay. Enjoy the food. Hey, Dis. Dis is rifling through his backpack as you approach, and he pulls out a handful of dried roots and fungus chips. There's actually a lot to eat out there, he says, looking out to the wilderness. You just have to pay attention and listen. Okay. Nem grabs you by the shoulders. Selene, you gotta help me, she says urgently. Mom keeps talking about how we're all gonna start having babies, and she gets this look about her. I don't want to have any skunky babies. Nem shudders with her whole body. Well, I gotta be in a girl's body anyway. I'm tougher and stronger than lots of boys, and no one's telling them they gotta have babies. Here, I got something for you. A Xeno egg. Whoa, this eggs look tasty. All right, we're increasing that friendship. All right, Tang, you got anything for me? Yep, okay, she's talking about resources and stuff. Let's hang out with Nem! Probably lookout duty? I don't really want perception, though. Maybe defense training. Yeah, combat and animals, and I still get the friends with the anemone. Let's do it! Nem and you train your very hardest in self-defense class. Sparring with her is a lot of fun. But so are the quiet moments, too, when you're stretching out your sore muscles and she shoots you a big, satisfied smile. Ooh, we got a lot of high cards here. One thought will turn all cards physical. Okay. I know it's -1 kudos. Oh, wait, why is that? Oh, that's unchangeable. Ah! Oh, that becomes a 7. Oh, so now we can do this. 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's 33. Ooh, 41 if I go there. And what if I flip them? 37. Okay, so the straight is more valuable than the flush. $41. Okay, so that's 42. Okay. Yeah, that was the highest I could do. Cool. Yay, and now me and them are closer. Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all the way to... Yeah, okay, early pollen. Nem is in the middle of tying her mane of hair out of the way. Cool. Our bunny is learning poker. You know, it's one of those things I would love to at some point do like a poker tournament. I think that'd be fun. Especially because with like the tournaments, you already put the money like in. So it's like, it then becomes like a game of trying to like win rather than trying to like it's not like trying not to lose, because that's the problem when I like gamble is I don't like losing, so I don't really like gambling. But if you just do like a tournament where it's like either you win or lose, it's not like you can walk away from the table, then I feel like you can go more into the strategy and stuff. You can hear your dad sneeze all the way from engineering. It's explosive, like he's trying to scare away predators. He's wiping his nose as you approach on a handkerchief blotted with shimmering pink. Lately, he's also surrounded by a fine dusting of pink pollen that clings to him wherever he goes. You keep brushing the glitter off things in your quarters. He gives you a hug, then brushes pollen off your shoulder, laughing self-consciously. You haven't heard him laugh much lately. He's been working hard trying to improve the colony's food supply. He's showing signs of malnourishment, too, though your mom is worse. You're worried for both of them. Your dad's skin is kind of shiny in patches. He sees you staring and rubs his hands over his arms. Sparkling dust poofs off him in the little clouds, scintillating in the light. Oh yeah, that's a new symptom, he says. Seems harmless, though. Interesting. You should be wearing your mask and hide this beautiful face. Your dad laughs, rubbing his nose. Especially now that it sparkles. He makes a big show of checking his pockets. Huh. Guess I must have left my respirator back in the greenhouse. Why can't he just take care of himself? Your dad sniffles. Gosh, I feel like someone stuffed a whole Watado pod up my nose, he says. Like I could just poke a stick up there and pop fresh Watto juice. Ugh, gross, Dad. He just grins. What? It's true. You follow his gaze out to the fields, into the lands outside the gate. I wonder if the foragers could use an extra hand, he muses to himself. Yeah, maybe I'll join them out there tomorrow. Neither of your parents are taking proper care of themselves. They're so stressed out from the poor harvest and low food supplies. They try not to let you see it, but you can tell. Maybe your dad is right. A little seasonal illness is nothing compared to the danger of running out of food. That actually makes me want to help with the food. Mars scowls over her homework. Today's biology, she says. She sighs. This is so dumb. There's only one kind of biology I care about, and they don't cover it in school. Okay, bye. Hey, Dis. Who dis? Dis is rifling through his backpack. Cool. All right, let's help with the food. I wanna help with the food. Work on the farm, biology and toughness. Yeah, let's do it. More skin in the game with the tournaments. Yeah, exactly. And there are some like morning tournaments that are like, you know, more kind of like where the, you know, like old people go. The ones who aren't super legit, they're just doing it for fun. So I feel like maybe with a little bit of practice, I could like actually do something. You know. The colony is surrounded by tall walls that keep out most the local exofauna. The key word being most. You often report to work to find that an entire row of corn has been ripped up and carried away in the night by something that can fly over the walls. All that's left in the morning is torn up dirt and a dusting of iridescent powder. It happens so often that your mom has set up cameras to catch whatever it is in action. The next day, you have your answer. Dorbs moths. Giant blue moths with wingspans almost as long as your outstretched arms. They can rip the corn right from the ground. Wow, amazing, Cal says as you review the hollow bit. I didn't know Dorbs moths could do that. Dorbs moths are pretty cute, in a bug-like sort of way. Fuzzy, dog-like heads, pretty iridescent wings, long, elegant whiskers. They'd be cuter if they weren't flying away with entire stalks of corn. Bingo. Sorry, I'm taking this off. They're hitting my head in a way that's uncomfy, and I will be able to stream longer if I don't get a headache. You don't want to run the risk of accidentally poisoning your own crops, and Cal objects to trapping them. The most humane solution is to discourage them from stealing your crops at all. You and Cal work on setting up scarecrows, but after a couple unsuccessful days, you have to admit that you just don't know what scares away these adorable little moths. What even eats them anyway? Guess I'm gonna have to find out. Cal puzzles over the security footage. They fly in from the north, especially around quiet, he says. Maybe that's where their breeding ground is. If someone goes there, maybe we could figure out what kind of animal they're scared of. If they're plant eaters, something's gotta hunt them for food. If you figured it out, it'd be a big help towards securing the colony food supply. Sounds like I need to go on an expedition. All right, this one comes to 3. Ooh, we got lots of 4s and 5s. Let's see what we can do. What if we go like 4, 4? Oh, but that's gonna become a 3. Or we utilize it so that it goes high. We don't have any gems either, so that's not very helpful. Okay, that's a 28. Would this be better? But that is a 29. What about this? 31. Okay, super goal. There we go. Yay, that was the best I could have done. I have not eaten dinner yet. I should probably do that at some point. I had some rice as like a snack, but I didn't eat dinner. Victorious! You're at lunch with your parents. Sliced soy cakes and watery broth. Again, great. When they put down their cutlery and look at each other, then you. Selene, your mom says, there's something we should tell you. We've tried to shelter you from some things, but we think you should know why we've been working so hard in geoponics. There's a meeting after lunch that I want you to come with us. Okay. You follow your parents to the council room. Mars has also tagged along, and you take a seat near them as your mom and Aunt Anne stand to address the council. After Uticott officially calls the meeting, she gestures to your mom. I'm not going to mince words, your mom says firmly. All of our efforts to increase food production in geoponics have failed, especially given the failure of the pixie beans. The destruction of the fields during the last attack put the nail in our coffin. By the end of the year, the colony will run out of food. The rest of the counselor murmurs in concern. You and Mars exchange horrified looks. You've been doomsdaying about our food supply for 2 years, Flulu, Rhett questions. Do you mean to say we're past the point of no return? Your mother nods grimly. I'm afraid so. Even with rationing, without securing a Vertumian food source, our supplies will run out by wet season. She gestures to Anne, whose face is grave. Anne and I have gone over the supplies and come up with food plans. We've crunched the numbers. Your mom sighs and spreads her hands. I'm sorry. Geoponics should have been producing better by now. We should have been able to wean ourselves off soy rations. During wormhole transition, when we lost our hydroponics in the hull breach... She sighs again. I know I've said it so many times, but our crops just don't grow here. We need those algae tanks. We need the microbial soil from Earth. This is toughy. I'm gonna protect Mom. It's not Mom's fault. It's not. The survival of the colony shouldn't rest on one person's shoulders. It's not fair. She's been working harder than anyone. She did everything she could. The council mumbles agreement. You decide they probably never really blamed her or your dad. The only holdout is Mars, who crosses her arms and grumbles that it's clearly a problem with leadership. So, what do we do now? Instance asks. Starving to death isn't an option. No, it isn't, your mom replies. We need to secure a food source this year before our rations run out. We're working double shifts in geoponics, but it's not enough. We need more people planting, tending, turning the soil. We need more hands. I could pull back the surveyors and focus on foraging native plants, Utopia offers. Even the young folks can help. If they've proven themselves around the survey equipment, I'll send out a holo message later. All right, forage in the valley. I'm definitely doing that. I want to help with that. Ooh. Gain status starving. Hunger makes it difficult to do physical tasks. Physical skill increases reduced by 1. Oh. This has been the burden of geoponics for too long, Udicott says. It's time we all step up for our future. The council nods in agreement. Your stomach rumbles ominously. We're all dying! Yeah, we should feed Mars to the moths. I agree. Human sacrifice. New perk! What'd I get? Ooh, native botany unlocks xenobotany research in geoponics. What's that do? Explore the xenobotany lab. Hey, kiddo, your dad says, looking up from his work desk, where he's dissecting a huge bell-shaped flower. Can you hand me that separator? I've really got my hands in things here. You hand him the tool, which he uses to wedge open some sort of weird stoma-like opening inside the bell. Gooey purple nectar oozes out and pools on the desk. Whoa, he exclaims. I thought I drained this little beauty. Can you, get a towel, I guess? You help him mop up the flower juice. Yuck. It's sticky and smells like rotting vegetables. When you're done, he looks at you with pride. You know, I've been thinking of getting one of you kids to come help me out with the research of native plants, he says. You think you might be able to break off some time to help your old man in the lab? I know you've been studying biology, he adds. It's not as glamorous as gen tech research with instance, but it's important, gene tech. He grins. Let me talk with your mom about it tonight before you go telling her. She's not a fan of alien plants, you know. If it were up to her, we'd fill these greenhouses with earth plants and nothing else. But there's gotta be more on this planet that we can cultivate. If you find any cool plants while you're exploring, bring them here and we can take a look at them. Alright, xenobotany. So, what does that do? Research xenobotany. Ooh, biology and organizing. I like that. Let's go talk to everybody first. If I can't use kudos to buy more food, what is the point of being rich? Mars complains. She rocks back on her heels and puts her hands on her hips. Why can't we nanoprint organic material yet? Aren't we living in the future? Just give me my future food. Ugh. Hello. Cal is standing in the garden watching a pair of Dorb's moth fluttering overhead. They're the worst, he says, frowning. We gotta find a better place to put the grain, because they just get everywhere. You'd be surprised what kind of hole they could squeeze through. Oh my god, what if the little bug that he's been keeping is actually a like unchrysalised Dorb's moth, and he's the reason all the food's getting taken because they're trying to get back to their baby. I agree with that idea. If we had Morris's life, that should buy them a couple of months. This is true. Vertumnolia isn't only about the harvest, Tang huffs, crossing her arms. Speaking as someone who's dominated the science fair 3 years running, canceling it just because of bad harvest is punishing everyone who participates in the other events. Oh wait, they're canceling it this year? Ah, rude. Okay. Ooh, see, he says, I've been foraging a lot. There's a lot to eat if you don't mind eating bugs and mushrooms. Alright, so the new thing we unlocked. Forage in the valley. We get perception. I've already maxed out my perception, dang nabbit. Oh, I also wanted to check my gear, because right now I have +2 to combat. Would I be better off? It's probably fine. I can't believe I maxed out perception so quickly. Alright, we're gonna do research xenobotany. Your dad introduces you to the lab they have set up in one of the greenhouses. It's incredible, he says, gesturing all around him. We're surrounded by alien flora, and we know practically nothing about it. What's edible? What's medicine? What can we make fibers with, or build with, or use in ways we haven't thought of yet? He beams up at you. You and me, we're gonna find out, my little potato. Your dad directs you to a research bench, and here's where you'll be working. The bench is buried under samples and beakers and weird-looking alien sprouts. More than just a simple table. The analysis bench is covered with buttons and little holes you could put things into. Carefully find the on switch. There's no on switch. Yep, you looked everywhere. Stick something in the hole! You put one of the little seedlings into a small slot in the table. The little door slides shut, then reopens. A loud brrr noise startles you. Oh no, you broke it, your dad laughs. Nah, just kidding, you're fine. Good instincts, kiddo. Press buttons. You mash all the buttons in the table until yo, kiddo. It's congruence. Oh, yo, kiddo. It's congruence. The friendly ship's computer beams at you from her own holoscreen set into the bench. Of course she's here. She's the guardian of all knowledge in the colony, after all. You wonder who she got the yo from. Your dad laughs. Don't tell anyone, but congruence is the real brain of the operations, he confesses. Though it's not like it's a secret. She'll make sure we don't do anything super dangerous, which means you and I get to focus on experimentation. If you follow the rules and stick to what you already know, you won't learn anything new, so don't be afraid to try stuff. Cool, we get to just try stuff. You bring your mushwood samples into the lab. You're going to study these and revolutionize the use of mushwood lumber. Maybe. Study this mushwood! Gained a memory harvesting mushwood. You examine the mushwood under a microscope and take notes on its cellular structure. Part of the reason it needs to be harvested in wet is because the cells get so saturated they lose structural integrity, and it turns to, well, mush during glow. Cool. Studying the exact process by which the cells take in water leads to a breakthrough. It might be possible to hack the process and stop the mushwood trees from taking on too much water during wet. If they don't take on so much water, they won't take as long to dry. Yay! Ooh, +1 colony defense. You should be able to develop a spray that the loggers can apply to the fruiting body of the mushwood. The part that sticks out above the ground to close its pores, reducing negative pressure in the body should stop it from pulling so much water from the mycelial network underground. This is great. Logging will be much more efficient now. Cool. It's mushy wood, you're right. First collectible use is free? Oh, well then we're totally using that. Okay, so we need to get to 22. We got a couple duplicates. Maybe we go 2, 2, 2, 3, 4? That gets us to 24. Draw a card or add 2 to a card. Wait, did it just go down? So 22 versus 24, yeah. Can I undo it? Because I made it worse. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Oh, 24 was the best. Ah, oh, darn. Biology, organizing. I want to get some of these skills up. Ah, darn. I'm almost out. All done. Alright, what we got? Ooh, a new perk. What'd I get? Organizing extra gear slot. Equip an additional gear. Well, don't mind if I do. Plus 1 goes to pairs. Let's go with that one. Less stress. Okay. Cal is listlessly kicking a sports ball around. This kid stuff, he says, eventually just kicking it into the garden. Sports is just like war games for kids, you know? Winners and losers and thinking your team is the best and everyone else sucks. He shrugs. I just like doing more important stuff now is all. Okay. Tang watches a stink roach. Oh, we already talked to her about stuff. Okay. So we can relax on the walls, which gives us friendship with Dis. Yeah, let's get some more friendship with Dis after I talk to him. Okay. Do you like medicinal roots, maybe? Yay, he likes medicinal roots. Wow. This is uncharacteristically excited about the roots. They're so colorful. I've never seen roots like these before. What kind of plants are these from? Cool. All right, we know what he likes now. At least one of the things he likes. Oh, and we're good enough friends with him. We can do stuff. Yeah. You find Dis sitting in the mouth of one of the wall's drainage sewers. In wet season, excess rainwater is diverted out here so it doesn't flood inside the walls. In the meantime, it looks like Dis has set up a little base here, with pillows and a stash of snacks. His alien communication device hisses with static. He looks up from his holoscreen as you pop your head inside the drain. Hey, Selene, he says quietly before going back to the game he's been playing. You haven't heard of it, he says without looking up. I made it myself. Oh, I said, what are you playing? You squeeze into the narrow drain and sit down next to Dis. On his holopad is a picture of Mars, and you watch him drag a match from the sidebar and drop it on her face. Little animated flames wriggle over the picture, leaving parts of it looking charred. It's pretty crude, but you think you get the point. Where'd you learn how to do that? It's pretty simple, Dis says, the light from his holoscreen reflecting in his eyes as he looks at you in the gloom. People on Earth used to make this kind of stuff all the time. And I have a lot of time to learn new things. What happened with Mars? Dis shrugs. Same thing that always happens, he says. He resets the game, then drags a bomb from the sidebar onto a picture of Mars. It explodes and the picture disintegrates. She booked my name down for every appointment with the nanoprinter because she thinks my clothes are always torn up and dirty all the time, he continues. So I got in trouble for wasting resources. Aww. I tried to tell them it was her, but Mars never gets in trouble. Everyone likes her, he mumbles. But it's fine. I don't need anyone to like me. I don't care if they hate me. I hate them. Oh, I see. Dis goes back to playing his game, content not to talk to you. That's really unhinged. You need help. I want to try. Sure, Dis replies. He links his holopalm to yours, and you feel the haptic pulse as the game files transfer. You open the game and are presented with an option. Whose picture do you choose? Mars, definitely Mars. You load up a picture of Mars. Screw her, she's so bossy and mean. Dis is right, she's the worst. +5 rebellion and +2 friendship with Dis. You drag a knife from the toolbox into the picture, thwunk right through the face. It feels good. In the weird way. You probably shouldn't think about that too hard. You spend a few hours letting off steam with Dis, loading different pictures of your classmates and commiserating about life in the colony. After a while, he even starts to smile a bit. I don't really want to hurt anyone, Dis confides in you. Sometimes it feels like I have so many angry thoughts inside my head that there's no room for anything else. He turns off his holopalm and looks down at his hands. Even if that makes me kind of gross after, it's better than feeling numb. That's fair. Aw, poor Dis. Let's hang out some more on the wall. Yes! You're enjoying some quiet time on the wall when you look and see a group of school children on a field trip outside the walls. Wait, are you missing a field trip? Maybe you are missing something by doing all your schoolwork up here alone. Aw. I have 2 of these, so I'm gonna get rid of one of them. Okay. Early dusk. This is when Vertumnalia usually is, but it's not gonna be this year. So sad. Nem is in the middle of tying her mane of hair away from her face. Already read that one. Cool. She's unhappy. Ooh, flower. Biology homework. Cal peers up from you where he's working, picking some bugs off the crops. Hey, Selene, he says, stretching his arms over his head. You can hear a stomach rumble. Cal laughs sheepishly and rubs his tummy. Sorry, guess I'm just kind of hungry. I'm a grown boy, you know. Dis is in his drainage sewage hideout, listening to music through his hear speak. Hey, Selene, he says, gesturing to turn it off. What's going on? Okay. So I kind of want to do Forage in the Valley to see if it will... Yeah, I want to do that. Even though the +2 perception doesn't do anything, I think it'll be a like running around thing. I'd be unhappy too if I was farting blue. This is true. Boo! blueberry fruit. Utopia greets you warmly as you muster for your first expedition with the foraging team. Selene, I'm glad you can make it. We need everyone we can get out here right now, boosting our food supplies. I'm ready to sniff out those tasties. Good luck hunting out there, she says, handing you an oversized backpack, more like a basket than a pack. Use your holopalm to identify edible and medicinal plants and just throw them in here. I'll sort them back at base camp. Oh, and keep on the lookout for creatures. It's pretty peaceful out there in the valley, but even a little bug will get you if you're not careful. Go slow, pay attention to your surroundings. If you're unsure about something, don't approach it. Stay on the path and don't get lost. We don't call it the Valley of Vertigo for nothing. Oh, we're in the Valley of Vertigo. Any questions? Ooh, I can flirt with her? Okay, wait, how much older is she than me? 27? How old am I? 14? Ooh, that's rough. That's a bit too much. I'd feel a little weird. I could just do it anyway. Should I just do it anyway? Oh, no. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I could flirt with her. She's so much older than me, though. She's 13 years older. That's too much. She's like double my age. Thank you for the hydrate. What sorts of things should I collect? Utopia shows you how to use your holopalm to determine something edible. There's a whole category in your holopedia, including photographs and scientific names. It's mainly plants, though there are some minerals and other things that don't look edible at first glance. There's a lot out there we haven't found yet, she says. Document anything you find that looks like it could be useful, but don't put anything in your mouth unless you check with me first, even if it looks edible. It might be a lookalike. Even the plants are sneaky. You're about to leave when Utopia snaps her fingers. It's a video game, not real. Yeah, but 13 years. It's not online. When you're about to leave when Utopia snaps her fingers. Hold up, Selene. We're also investigating some species we might domesticate. Those we'll want to tag and capture. Ideally, we're looking for herbivorous creatures that are already living in herds and either produce something edible or reproduce quick enough that we can slaughter them for meat. If you see anything that fits the bill, tag them and bring them back. All right, let's go. Oh, I can't go that way. Let's go this way. Valley of Vertigo. Well, they did make this one kind of tough. Something about the ground here draws your attention. It's oddly lumpy. What's up with that? Scope it out. +1 to physical red cards. First collectible use is free. Okay. What do we have? +1 to change the suit, 2 to a card, draw a card. Okay. So we have 3. What if we go like Brant, maybe? No, I think we can do better than that. What if we just go like 2, 2, 2? Just start with a nice straight, you know? Okay. Ooh, we got a lot of 6s. Oh, perfect. Then 6, 6, 6. So these all become 8. That's doing really good. I'm not saying date her. Just that one little flirt does have its serious consequences. You never know. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, look at all that. +2 to... Okay, and then we can like boop, boop. Does that one become an 8 as well? No, it doesn't. Nice, super goal. Honestly, I'm not like confident that this is the highest I can get, but it's pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that. Actually, I already know one way I can make it a little bit higher is if I do this. Wow, I made it a whole 1 higher. Cool. this. What? How did that make it lower? Oh, I guess because the value part is kind of important. Nah, it's fine. I got the super goal. Wow, yeah. I could have gotten the 35. Rough. +2 perception, even though... Oh, it's a Watado minefield. Underground, the recent rain has swelled the young melons to bursting. You better watch where you step or you'll end up knee-deep in Watado juice. Good news is they're tasty. Forage! Yay, colony food and kudos. They're so dang heavy, the calorie-to-weight ratio isn't optimal. Most are too young, but you find a ripe one. Dig it up and roll it back to the depot. Cool, we helped. Another little animal. Can we domesticate this one? A curious Viki blocks your path. It's acting strange. It keeps scurrying up the trees and hanging upside down to get a different angle to look at you, then dropping down when you try to pass underneath. It may be small, but it's at least attempting to be intimidating. That must mean something. It's not interested in your pet, Vriki. It's interested in you. Even Miki Tiki looks unsure and hides between your legs. Bravery challenge! Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Man, we got another where first collectible uses is free. Okay. +2 to a card. So we could like 3, 3, and then... Oh wait, that's only +2. Okay. I'm not as confident about that choice, but... Okay, cards to that side to give a +2. Cool, cool, cool. So, what if we, like, boop, boop, boop. Wait, that's a 3. Ah, because it counts as yellow? Annoying. Unless we do, like, this. 5, 5, 3, 5. Yeah, it's annoying that it counts as a yellow. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, ooh, we got a lot of 4s. +1 for each other gem, so that'll become a 4 if we do this. So we could do like, oh wait, that'll become a 5. Oh, that works too, because we can like do one of these. And what if we go like this? And then we swap these two, so we also get that. Okay. I think it's pretty good. Yay! Best! The Viki runs up your leg. It's a giant spider thing and it's got weird tentacles and get it off! The urge to dance around and shake it off is almost uncontrollable, but you managed to keep your cool. +1 to animals. Ooh, good thing I have that evil eyes, or else I wouldn't have gotten anything to animals. The Viki tastes you with its tentacle feeler legs, but doesn't look interested in causing you harm. It pokes at your backpack, trying to get in, then gives up and scurries off. Oh, I wanted to make it another pet. I'm glad to see you're enjoying the card mechanic. I do really like the card mechanic. It's very fun. You come across a cluster of mushrooms. Are they edible? There's only one way to find out. Well, there are a few ways if you're not a coward. Yeah, no, we're definitely doing the challenge. Okay, bonus to straights. Oh, perfect. So we'll just like, oh no, that's not a straight anymore. Oh, wait. We can go 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Wait, that's not a 2 anymore. Ah! What if we just 4 it? 4. That was a 17. Wait, what was it before? A 14. Okay, so it is better this way. 4. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, why does it keep going up? What are you? Am I crazy or did I just click the wrong one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and what if we put a 5 there instead? That becomes a 23 instead of a 22. Okay. And what if instead... Oh, that's just a 20. Okay, so we get a little bit of a straight, and then we finish it off with the flush. Okay, this could be rough. Nah, 25, we can do this. Probably not gonna get a straight, though. Okay. 4, it's unchangeable, so this should be fine. 5. Oh, but that's not fine. Okay, that's a 31. What if we do this instead? Oh, 28, that's so much worse. Okay, what if we do this instead? That's also a 28. So 31, yeah, 28, okay. I'm genuinely not confident that's the best we can do, but I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, okay, it wasn't. So we were kind of close. You're able to determine that these mushrooms are edible. You fill your basket with big chunks of tasty fungus. Utopia is pleased with your haul. Great work. Biology, kudos, and colony food. Nice. I'm doing great for finding food for the colony. A line of termite-like insects crosses the path here. Curious, you follow them to their destination, a massive sponge-like hive of crawling bugs arriving with life. The bugs are tending to larvae nested in the holes of the sponge, feeding on the rich royal jelly that oozes from the hive. You step in for a closer look, hearing a warning hiss from above. Atop the hive is a queen, whatever it is. Wait, no, she is the hive. Wait, this is a squeater hive. Her abdomen is swollen and lodged in the ground here, rendering her immobile, but not defenseless. The hive queen groans and growls at you. The air prickles with burning flavor of acid. She must have some sort of defensive acid spray. That jelly looks pretty edible, though. Ooh, it's a hard challenge. I want to do it! Do it for the thing! Do it for the thing! +1 to physical cards. One slot cards becomes 4. Okay. We can go 5, and then this card becomes, oh. That becomes a 4. So that's 22. Oh, that's only 19. +1 to challenges. The 6, 7. Okay, wait, so that's 22. Pretty sure this is gonna be worse, but... Oh, that was less worse than I was expecting. Oh, because it becomes a 4 anyway. Okay. That one becomes a 4. Cool. I'm gonna hold on to that one because we might get something that gets the gem. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. I think we might be able to do it though. Oh, we have a lot of 4s. That's good. What if we 4, 4, 4, 4? It's just a whole lot of 4s. Okay, alternatively, that comes 24. 27. If we take the -1. Okay. Okay. We still have a lot of 4s. Value is wild. We got a lot of 4s. What if we 4, 4, 4, 4, and then 6? Oh, just barely. Whew. Yeah, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. Ooh, the best score was 36. Rough. Rough. But I got +2 animals. Ooh, okay. 4 stress. Kudos, colony food, animals, and gain memory. You get in there and squeeze out some jelly from one of the Hive Queen's many holes, somehow managing not to get sprayed too badly by her acid. Some lands on your arms and the back of your hand and sizzles briefly, but you keep your calm long enough to escape with your bounty. Cool. We just milked a bug, so that's fun. A dense cloud of pollen makes it hard to even see your hand in front of your face. It's a good thing you have a helmet with a filter. It's not perfect, though, and it doesn't help visibility. Be careful and be patient and look carefully. The pollen clouds eventually shift, and you're able to see glimpses of the path through. It looks clear. Okay. Huh, no problem this time. Cool. Interesting. You come out of the trees into a large grassy clearing. In the middle is a, well, you can only describe it as a pedestal? In the middle of a cradle of flowers sits a massive egg, easily larger than any egg you've seen before. It's white with red flecks, and it's just sitting there in the middle of the empty clearing. Totally unprotected. Ooh, this is a rough one. I'm gonna take it. You put one foot up on the pedestal and brace yourself. This thing is huge. However, as you do, the pedestal starts moving and it starts growling. Its flowering appendages unfurl to reveal the face of, oh shoot, a manticore. I might die. It narrows its feline eyes at you and rumbles a warning as it stands to its full terrifying height. You've figured out where the egg came from. With your arms full of eggs, you can't really fight. Your choices are limited. Keep the egg and run, or fight the manticore. So we have an impossible combat challenge, a normal toughness challenge. I feel a little bad stealing its egg. But also if I throw the egg, I'm probably gonna break it. Let's keep the egg and run. Okay, +1 to physical red cards. Boot, boot. No, wait, what if we just like 4 it? 4, 21. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. A couple 6s, a couple 4s. Maybe we like... Six, 6. 4, 6, 6. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Okay. Each card with gems on it. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. That's a 24. That's only a 22. What? Oh, because I guess the straight. Okay. Oh, wait, yeah, okay, whatever, it's fine. Oh, I did very horribly that time. No skill changes. Okay. You stumble blindly through the clearing towards relative safety of the trees, the cumbersome egg blocking your view of your own feet. You fall a few times, just barely manage to scramble out from under the claws of the manticore. You eventually find a member of the expedition's protection squad who fires a warning shot with her plas rifle over the manticore's head. It roars in defiance and slinks into the trees. Ooh, I get kudos. I collect a Xeno egg and colony food. The eggs pretty addled from all the running and falling. If it was gonna hatch before, it certainly won't now. You get a ship ton of kudos for it. A ship ton, cute. And it's super tasty. All right, so if sometimes you grab stuff and it grabs you back, you know? Ooh, what's that? Something critical? I love critical things. Let's do it! You're alone, exploring an unmapped area of the Valley of Vertigo. The pollen is thick here and your air filter is overworked. A warning light has been flashing orange for the last 10 minutes. But there are plants here that you've never seen before. Flowers with intense rainbow hues and strange lumps of fungal matter which pulses if they're breathing. You cut some samples. Utopia will totally give you extra kudos for these. The pollen is especially thick up ahead, deep fuchsia and shimmering with color. Everything here seems to dance with tiny flecks of reflected light. It's kind of magical. You push forward into the suffocating pink fog. It's so thick you can only see a few meters ahead. You follow the glimmering towards where it's densest. You come upon a glade filled with what seem to be strange topiaries. They loom out of the glittering fog, each in the shape of an animal. They're all formed from the same spongy, glittering pink substance and dotted with finger-length fungal growths. You're so distracted you almost fall into a large hole in the center of the glade. Yeah, we definitely need to check for danger. You've seen plant-like animals before. Are these topiaries actually predators waiting for you to get close? You watch them carefully from the edge of the glade. They're completely still, not breathing. There are no life signs. Good. Your envirosuit beats the warning. Let's take samples of the fungus. Shimmer cure. Oh, cool. As you bend down to take a sample, you realize the dense shining haze is coming from the topiaries. The fog is seeping out of holes at the end of each fungal growth. You break off a few growths into a collection vial. You remember helping Tang for extra credit in biology class. She said that the shimmer, the seasonal illness that affects your dad and pollen, is some kind of colonizing fungal growth. Could this be related? Your envirosuit beats a louder warning. One more. Look into the hole. At the bottom of the hole is a cave. It slopes down gradually towards the cave floor, only about 4 meters below, then disappears underground. You aren't sure how far the cave continues past that point. It's dark down there, obviously, but not silent. There's some kind of strange rhythmic whirring coming from further inside the cave. You hold up your palm and shine your hollow palm's light. The cave floor is glittering with pink fungus and the air is ominously choked with it. Climb into the hole! You make your way down the gentle slope towards the cave. The thick, shimmering pollen makes it hard to see further in your hand. You see 3 glowing vats set into the floor, like neon hot tubs, and an old-fashioned mechanical interface set into the cave wall. The reflecting glow from the vats flickers on the cave ceiling, ghost-like and beautiful. You feel a strong urge to take off your mask and stay a while. Poke at the mechanical interface. Unmasked. Oh, that wasn't smart. You cross the cave and lay your hands on the interface. It feels spongy, almost alive. Ah! Oh, I got stress. Instantly you can feel your mind blasted open by everything, all at once, as if 1,000 pair of eyes all turn their terrible gaze upon you. You're thrown back by the shock, which brings you to your senses with a snap. The pollen, the sparkling dust feels like tiny knives in your sinuses and a heavy choking pain in your lungs. Why did you take off your mask? I know! You slap your suit helmet back on to see its light flashing red, indicating filter overload. You lurch out of the cave and back towards the checkpoint, barely able to breathe. You know you need to get out of here, but a small part of you wants to go back down there, to stay in this glade forever. As you near the checkpoint, Utopia runs out to help you. You instinctively turn back, unthinking, wanting to return to the fog, to the strange statues. You collapse in her arms. Ooh, escaping the shimmer glade. Interesting. Several days later, you wake. You don't remember much, just a great choking heaviness in your lungs and the world swallowing you up and closing over your head. You have snippets of conscious thought from the last few days, but it's hard to tell if it was a dream or not. Oh, -5 toughness. Rough. Do you remember Tammy sitting by your bedside? Tammy? Oh, her cool hand on your forehead, but she's dead. That part must have been a dream. It feels like you had a fever once, hot and sticky, achy all over like you've been boiled alive. You're still terribly weak. And there is a pain in your chest like someone has been sitting on it. It takes all of your energy just to breathe. You live, but your body took a serious hit, and it may never be quite the same. Oof. Injured. You're injured and you should rest. Physical skill increase is reduced by 1. Heal by relaxing. Oh, well, I have to relax anyway. Intelligent life? Never. Get some rest. Cool. It's time for Virtunalia, the year's midsummer celebration when the colony gives thanks for its good fortune. Well, it would be. But as you file into the main square, you can't help but notice that the feast table is nearly empty. What Anne lacked in resources, she made up with care. The dishes are lovely plated. Soy cakes glisten, steam rises from buns stuffed with mince, and there are great pitchers of vegetable broth rendered out from even the most inedible food scraps. There's a neat stack of sugar cubes for dessert. Whole sugar. What a luxury. It's an underwhelming feast. In an underwhelming feast, that'll be the highlight. Governor Udicott's welcoming speech this year is short. Her frail body trembles as she welcomes you all to Virtunalia with a dry, whispery voice. Then has to be helped off stage. Like all of you, she has been feeling the effects of the famine. Everyone clears away the chairs for the annual competition. Which do you participate? The Bot Pentathlon! Friendship with Nemone and Cal, and loyalty. Com adds something new every year, but no one's really at their best given the rationing. Running around sweating in the hot sun seems like a luxury nobody can afford, even you energetic kids. Spectators listlessly wave fans as Com announces that this year's edition will be thumb wrestling. Last 30 seconds against Com or get a time penalty. Nem's face falls. No fair, she exclaims. Com's the shipwide thumb wrestling champion. He talks about it all the time. He's the worst. Com just shrugs and blows his whistle for you to get into position. Start the pentathlon. All right, +1 to physical red cards. Okay, let's just go full red. Already 23, I feel pretty good about that. Okay, we got some more of these. We could go like 4, 4, 2, and then just slap like an 8 on the end, you know. Yeah, okay, that's probably fine. I only need to get 15 on this last one. Ooh, we can like 4, 4. We can like 4, 4, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 24 is the super goal, so maybe we want to do worse. Boom. +5 kudos. I know it's not the best I can do. I wanted the kudos. You don't beat Com at the thumb wrestle. Nobody can. He's the best, but you do manage to hold on through 30 seconds of maneuvering and fake-outs and double fake-outs. The man is a master. In fact, the things you learn from Com in those 30 seconds can be applied to the bot you have to wrestle at the end of the contest. You wonder how you never noticed before how much of bot wrestling is finesse, not just brawn. Botathlon champion! You win handily. Nem whines at Com for being unfair, but she still takes second place. Yay, I'm popular. You will be popular. You're gonna be popular. After the festivities, the whole colony takes a few days off for a break. Well, except for geoponics and the foragers, and the kitchens, and everyone who uses the break from their usual work to help out in places they didn't close. Okay, it's not really a break, but you try to take it easy anyway. Early dust is now mid-dust. Hello! This is in the drainage sewer. And he likes medicinal roots. Okay. They're so cute. Babies. Bugs. Food and being a brat. Hungry. Oh wait, I can do a thing with him now. Want to hear a fun nature fact? Embarrassing lesson. You tell him about the time Tang brought a skunk bug for show and tell in biology, and it got scared and made the worst, most smelliest, grossest stink you had ever smelled. And everyone thought Tang had farted. Hee 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 hee. Oh, I can keep between rounds. Oh, that's nice. Then Professor Hal had to clear the whole room, and it took weeks to get the smell out of the beanbags. It was so gross, but also kind of neat how such a tiny bug can make a whole room of kids run away. Yay, to friendship, animal biology, cow laughs. I remember that, Selene. Except the way I heard it, it wasn't Tang, it was you. Oh. Okay, I kind of want to work in the this. Biology and organizing. Let's do it. You report to work in the geoponics laboratory, bringing along the sample of weird spongy purple pink stuff you found in the fog cloud of the Valley of Vertigo. You know the time you almost died? Hard to forget that. Your chest still hurts when you move too fast. Your dad is very interested in your sample. He has you analyze it right away. Scrutinizing your sample under the microscope and then with the spectrometer, you compare the spores to known substances. You determine it shares a chemical compound seen in fungi with psychotropic effects. It could make people hallucinate. Huh, your dad says. That explains some things. You think about those creatures, those topiary, covered in this stuff. They were all grouped together in the same place by that weird hole. Did that fungus make them go there? But why? Take a look at these, your dad says, sending you an archive on your holopalm. He's kept detailed records of the air quality, humidity, and temperature spanning back almost to the day you landed here. There are even some actual air samples preserved in vacuum-sealed tubes. That's pretty cool. You take a look, and sure enough, the spores are always present in the air here and get much worse during pollen. Wait, this could be what makes your dad sick every year. Is it trying to colonize him? Like those creatures? You remember the chief engineer saying that she believed the shimmer was caused by some sort of fungus. Could this be it? Looking for a way to neutralize it, you hit the archives again. You work at it for a few days, but identifying a compound and noticing a pattern is one thing. For the heavy science, you need help from Dr. Instance. This is strong work, Instance says, scrolling through your findings on the holopalm. You say you gathered this sample yourself. That's impressive for someone your age. She summons Tang to join you. Please, Tangent, Please get Tangent up to date on your research, she says. She'll take it from here. She has more of a mind for these things. Sensing the shift in power balance, Tang blanches and looks at you apologetically. Huh. No one knows this better than me. No one knows this better than me. Instance raises her hand. I'm not passing judgment on your abilities, she says placently. You clearly know this research well, and I can find nothing wrong with your methods. Still, something this important and dangerous should be done in more controlled conditions. That's actually totally fair. Ooh, but I got friendship with Tangent. Tang has been scrolling through the research. This is good work, she agrees. But this is a medical problem, not a gardening one. We're already studying the shimmer, so just think of it as combining your research with ours. The corners of her mouth twitch up, the most of a smile anyone can usually get from Tang. I'd like to work with you on this, actually. I can't believe you got all of this just from a sample. Instance nods, dismissing you both. If you'd like, Selene, you can stop by the lab later to check on our progress. All right, we're getting places. Okay, first collectible use is free. You know what? We're just gonna go with it. I could probably rearrange things to make it like slightly higher, but do I really care? No, I couldn't have. That was the best I could do. Biology, organizing, kudos, stress, and Cal. Latest. I'm conserving energy, Dis says from his perch on top of a rock outcropping overlooking the forest. Humans aren't used to going hungry. In the wild, animals die of hunger all the time. It keeps the food web balanced. He rubs his nose. Maybe we're just supposed to die here. It's not so bad if it's what we deserve. Okay. Cal peers up at you from where he's working on picking bugs off some crops. Oh, I forgot to turn my air conditioner on. I was like, why am I so not cold? Why am I so hot? It's because I didn't turn my air conditioner on. Cal peers up at you from where he's working on picking bugs off some crops. Hey, Selene, he says, stretching his arms over his head, being hungry again, as usual. Hey, Mars, ready to be annoying? Being dumb. Okay. I feel like I want to tutor the kids again. Tang is tapping away at a hollow screen, smiling to herself. Great news, Selene, she says. According to the antiquated, culturally insensitive reckoning of mental prowess once used by humans on Earth, and by that I mean IQ testing, I am officially considered a genius. She shrugs. Tell me something I don't know. Nice. Nem is in the middle of tying her hair. I got something for you. You want an egg? I do kind of want to tutor the children. I'm gonna do this instead. Tangent and Chief Engineering Instance have been hard at work in the lab trying to find a cure for the shimmer disease. You joined them in their research. You're the one who found a sample of the shimmer fungus and analyzed it. You're the one whose father suffers the most from it. You confirmed that the shimmer is an airborne fungal disease, and that the thick choking spores and pollen are the same fungus from the Valley of Vertigo. The ones that colonize the host and turn their bodies into more spore-producing fungus. Finally, you have a long-due breakthrough. Oh, wait, the topiaries were literally like animals? Wow. Sunlight! You try inoculations, antibiotics, antifungal creams, but what finally works is a high-intensity light treatment, mimicking the full force of the sun's during dust, coupled with an injection to increase its potency. Of course, Tang exclaims. The fungus colonizes animals' life during pollen, and some succumb to it, but the intense light of the dust scourges the fungus from the survivors. It's all part of the natural cycle. The treatment works on samples. Now to test it on a subject. Test it on yourself, test it on animal. I'm gonna test it on myself, because I'm brave. You open a triple-locked research room and pass through an airlock. You don't have an envirosuit on, but that's the point. You need a strong dose of this fungus in your lungs. The small room is filled with the shimmer fungus. It's growing on everything. The floor, the walls, and on lumpy shapes that were some kind of biological matter once. Now it's all just fungus, violet and shiny. You breathe deeply, marveling at the feeling of soupy, dangerous air infiltrating your body. Tang watches safely from behind the thick plexiglass. You can't tell if she's dangerous or impressed. Dangerous. If she's jealous or impressed, but I'm now better friends with her. Oh, my stress decreased? Next, you slide into the light therapy machine to bask in the nice warm light for a while. You even have a nap. Oh, because I napped. Dr. Instance takes your vitals and runs samples of your fluid through various machines. She's excruciatingly thorough, but after a few days, she concludes that the treatment is a success. You still carry a high fungal load, but its effects have been nullified by the light therapy. Cool. Gain a memory shimmer cure and friendship with Tangent. Ah, look, there we are, curing the shimmer. Remarkable, Instance says, going over your findings. Now that we have a frontline therapy, we can begin treating the population to prevent the fungus from taking hold. She looks over at Tang. Celine's discovery will be of great help to our other research. You expect Tangent might be cross that you got the credit, but she nods, looking pleased. You're just thankful that no one was killed. Not your father or anyone else. The colony is safe from the Shimmer. Ah, so did we, like, cure it? Just, like, straight up cured it? Because that's cool. Oh. Okay. Victorious! That was the best I could do! Yay! Ooh, Tangent! Tangent, are we friends yet? Tangent, are we friends? Hello, Tangent! Tangent is deep in conversation with one of the other scientists. He seems to be consoling her, though Tangent's face betrays no emotion as he claps her on the shoulder and reassures her that she's doing really well for someone so young. And that everyone compromised some of their samples when they were first learning. He leaves, and Tangent sighs as she goes to put her head in her hands, stopping short when she realizes she's still wearing gloves. She peels them off and digs her fingers into her eyes. Are you okay, Tangent? I'm fine, Tangent replies immediately. I compromised an experiment I was working on because the vent was still open when I was spraying the workstation down with sanitizer. She sniffs. It's so gross here, she says. I probably did that fungus a favor. Tangent takes a bottle of sanitizer from under her workbench and cleans while she speaks. There are pollen spores everywhere, she whines. And he comes over and tells me it'll be okay, Tang. Like it's his job to console and patronize me. I hate being patronized too. He both sigh in unison. I hate being young, she says bitterly. Why don't they understand that we have higher expectations for ourselves than they do? I need to learn from my own failures. What I don't need, she continues, icily, is someone to pat me on the head and tell me it's okay and adults will all make it better. I messed up, she says. Just let me fix it. Don't make a big deal about it like I'm a child with a boo-boo. Okay. +1 if this has the highest value. That's rarely gonna happen. Unless I'm doing a straight of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Egg. How am I doing with friendships? Ooh, pretty good. I found something! Boober fruit! Okay, bye. Hey, Dis, where you at, bud? Okay. All right, we're gonna go back to the lab. Yeah, let's do it. You go to grab a wheelbarrow from the barn where Cal keeps his pet dilly pillar, and find Cal standing over her empty trunk. Socks is nowhere to be seen. What happened to Socks? Cal sniffles and wipes his face before turning to you. She's gone, he mumbles. I came in to see if she would eat some cornbread, and she's just gone. Look, there's a hole in her box and everything, he says, gesturing to the trunk. Sure enough, it looks like Socks must have chewed her way out. Cal is on the verge of tears again. She doesn't know how to survive on her own, he wails. What if she starves? What if something eats her? What if she's scared? She was starving here, Cal. It wasn't safe for her here. She was getting really big, Cal mumbles, rubbing his eyes. She's probably gonna get found anyway. He closes the lid of the box, resting his head against it. I'm so sorry, little girl, he whispers. I tried. I really did. I'll miss you so much. I think it's funny. I have like 2 pets, and he lost the one he was like, yep. Yep. All Alrighty, we got some 2s and 3s and 4s. Maybe we can like 2, 3, 4, and then, oh, that's a bunch of 4s. I like that. And then just like add a 7, get a 30. Plus 2 bonus to pairs. I like that. So does this actually make it better? 29 versus 31. Okay, that is better. Alright, that's probably good. Yay, that was the best I could have done. You're a little crut. And help him with the animals. Ah, what the heck is that? Your dad is running some kind of tests on the trippets. He's playing different chords and trying to see if they have language or just making instinctive animal sounds. You help him by holding up random objects and trying to determine if their sounds map to any understanding of what they're seeing. Cool. Card to that side becomes 5. That could be helpful. Ah. I don't get any animals. They're either saying kill all humans or linguini sports ball, your dad says, staring at the readout on his hollow palm. No, I can't be sure. Can I do anything with my mom yet? I can't tell her what I learned today. Ugh, Mars whines. Nothing ever happens here. Please, 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 just anything. I'm dying here. I've watched every holovid and I've done every quiz and every holozine, and I'm so tired of being a teenager on this stupid rock. It's been almost 5 years and I don't even have a boyfriend. Girl, you're just gonna have to pick somebody. Or maybe it's because nobody likes you. Breaking a chemical bond both requires and releases energy. Whichever one is greater determines whether it's an exothermic or endothermic reaction, Tang says, tapping her fingers against the laboratory table. I wonder if there are similar classifications for when the bonds between family are broken, and the new ones are created with others. She sighs. Chief engineering instance is closest I've had to what family is supposed to be. Wanna study together? I have slightly brains in biology now, so that's nice. You and Tangent sync your holopalms and play a game together where you race to assemble chemical compounds using a simple programming language. Tangent is a whiz at it and breezes through the levels, barely breaking a sweat. Yay, friendship and reasoning. You can tell she's hiding a smile when she looks over your shoulder to help you with a particularly tricky algorithm. Ah, yay, friends. How much do I have left? 77. Nem grabs you by the shoulders. Selene, you gotta help me. We're all having babies. What do I want to do? I really want to get some more empathy, so maybe let's go back to tutoring. That gives me empathy, right? Yeah. Let's do it! You're helping Nem with her math assignment. Nem groans, rubbing her hands down her face. I hate this. I don't want to do any more math. The other kids like you get to choose what they do all day now, but I'm stuck here learning stupid linear algebra. It's linear algebra, but you don't correct her. I'm only here because my mom told me I gotta take more math and science classes, she grumbles. She says if I want to do anything except play sports ball a day, I need to know stuff. She smirks. Joke's on her. I only want to play sports ball. You're right. Math is dumb. Or, math is way more important than sports ball. I like this card, though. I hope this doesn't make her upset. Ah, loyalty. And again, defendery. What? No way, Selene. Nem punches you in the arm. Whap. When am I ever going to use linear algebra anyway? I'll bet I'm gonna do sports ball a lot more than I'm gonna have to solve for X. No, wait, let's make a deal. She continues, leaning in. You teach me this stupid physics thing, and I teach you a cool sports ball move. Deal. Ah, cool. Made friends. Nah, no toughness. You spend the next few hours trying to get Nem to understand the difference between an expression and an equation. She puts up a valiant attempt, and by the end you feel confident that she's at least a little more prepared for class. True to her word, she takes you out to the sports ball pitch and kicks a sports ball at your head so many times you're forced to learn how to block it. That's Nem for you. There are also like literally 2 other boys your own age. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. What a bonus to pairs, bonus to straights. Okay. Ooh, 5 kudos if it equals the goal. I got a lot of red here. 1, 2. Wait, what if we go 0, 1, 2? That's a straight. Then we could like. Oh, wait, is this one hard? Oh. What the heck's up with that? Oh, 29. Okay. But if we get it equal to 25. So close. Come on. Okay, what if we 28? That's too much. Exactly 25. Get them kudos. I know I could have done better. I did it on purpose. It is late wet now. Oh, I have enough. I could probably do one more thing and then rest during glow. Despite okay, bye. I'm so hungry. Hey, Selene, he calls out. Get in, we're planting. I don't like being hungry, Dis says, rubbing his stomach. Like, it still hurts, but I don't think I feel hunger like other people do. I know I could starve to death, but he continues, then shrugs. I'm not scared to die, so it's kind of like, wouldn't it be kind of nice to just fall asleep and never wake up? Well, I'll die eventually, and it's not a bad way to go. Ooh, that's really sad. I feel like dying of hunger would be a pretty bad way to go. Just saying. I kind of want to do this thing. The working in the depot. What's the notice board? Colony food shortfall, dangerously low. Security reading 10 in the red. Or me. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know why. I don't have a reason. I just kind of want to do it. So we're going to do it. You attend a secret Fun Times Club meeting. Mars brings the meeting to order. Tang reads the minutes of the previous club meeting. First order of business is that I am instituting a new rule, Mars says, and then clears her throat. Rule 5, all members of the SFC must wear uniforms to all club meetings. She then taps her holopalm and shows her uniform idea. Black pants and dark blue shirts with high necklines and billowing at the cuffs. She definitely had designed them according to her own taste. Okay, but let's design better ones. Let's do it! Creativity and friendship. Cool. You spend the next hour designing a club uniform and everyone takes part. It becomes ridiculously elaborate. Cal insists it should include huge cowboy hats for some reason. Mars gets into a heated fight with Anemone over the type of shoes to allow, until Tang calculates how many kudos it will cost to print one of these uniforms on a nano printer, and you all realize you couldn't afford them anyway. You come to a compromise. Instead of uniforms, you'll all wear a lapel pin with the club's logo. You spend the rest of the meeting designing SFC pins and printing them on a nano printer. If anyone doesn't have the kudos, Mars pays for them without complaint. Oh, that's actually very nice. She actually did something nice. Probably should have rested. Nah, we're gonna rest during glow. Okay, one card slot gets +2. Okay. So, okay. +2, and these are already 5. So that's already 33, and then if we do this, they all go up to 7. Nice! I feel like that might be... I think that might be the best I can do. I was right! It's been 3 seasons of heavy food rationing, getting more and more strict as the year dragged on and the fields continued to struggle. Even wasting away. You all have. It's not just the lack of calories. There's starting enough vitamins and good stuff in the food you are eating. See? Perfect! I gained a bunch of stress, but it didn't matter because I was already max stressed. If I would have rested, I would have just got all that stress back immediately. Your muscles ache all the time. Sometimes you feel strangely euphoric, filled with an inexplicable energy, but often it feels like there are weights tied to your shoulders pulling you down. You're tougher than most, but you still have trouble sleeping despite being tired all the time. You spent the whole day in a dazed fog. It's hard to tell dreams from reality. Last week, you were brushing your teeth when you noticed that some of your teeth were wiggling. You brushed and watched all of your teeth begin to fall out of your mouth, clinking into the sink like pebbles and washing down the drain. Horrified, you started screaming, only to snap out of it and realize you'd been staring at yourself in the mirror the whole time, lost in hallucination. Your friends stop working and retreat to their quarters. You lie to each other on the holonet, all saying you're okay. Just taking it easy, waiting for the harvest. Well, the harvest came and went, as meager as ever. Your mother still hasn't given up and never rests, never stops working as much as your dad begs her to. She must be sleeping in geoponics because you hardly see her in the family quarters anymore. Fine, exactly. From where you lie nestled in your bed in your cozy fugue, it all seems far, far too much effort to bother with. I'm max stressed, but I kind of want to help anyway. That didn't matter. Ooh, +1 biology, though. You're out there in the fields with her, being her sidekick, helping fetch things. She never slows down. When the robo-plow finally breaks under pressure, she doesn't. She's out there even longer, doing everything by hand. Both your parents feel responsible for this famine, but as head of geoponics, your mom takes it personally. She's been skipping meals, relying on water and pressed soy bar rations. Just enough calories to keep a body moving, but not enough to stay healthy. She never lets up working herself to the bone, barely even sleeping, increasingly shallow-eyed and gaunt. You and your dad try to slow her down, but, well, she's a stubborn woman. If not her, she says, then who? You and your dad are in the lounge, slowly sipping your vegetable broth, when there's a commotion at the doors. Someone's run in, gasping for breath, yelling for you and your father to come to geoponics. You run over, knowing deep in the pit of your stomach that something terrible has happened. When you see the faces of the agriculturists, your mom's people, you know the feeling is real. Oh no! Your dad sees her body first. He lets out a cry like something you've never heard before. A deep, unimaginable pain, dragged up from the darkest parts of where fear lives. Oh, goodness. Your dad falls to his knees beside the frail body of your mother. He pulls her into his arms and sobs, wretched and agonized. You don't even know what to think. Your mom always seemed larger than her body, but seeing her now, there's nothing there. Just a fragile shell. They tell you she didn't even cry out. She just went to her knees and then lay down in the dirt, and that was it. Oh my god. She's gone. Oh my god. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that this stream. Okay. Your mother's body is taken to the incinerator room, and that night the colony gathers to pay their respects. I do join them. Like Tammy's funeral, the incinerator room has been cleared and a wreath of flowers placed over the mouth of the organics recycler. They're white astrania, your mother's favorite flower, carefully carried from Earth with the hopes of it flourishing on Vertumna, just like you. You stand with your father and Aunt Anne. Udicott and the rest of the council are here as well, including Rhett. You're surprised to see tears rolling down his face. He's such a hard-ass in the garrison. Cal's here with all the other agriculturalists. The rest of the colony waits in the canteen to offer their condolences after the service. Governor Udicott gives the eulogy. As a colony, we share our blessings, she begins solemnly. However, today, in sad company, we gather to share the burden of our grief. Fluorescent was born on Earth, but she, more than many of us, exemplified the spirit of our endeavor to bring life to beyond the stars. She bore life, not only in her body, but bringing it forth from the ground she so faithfully attended. The debt we owe to her is the kind that can never be repaid, she continues. It is with a deep and unbearable grief that we must continue on without her. In awe and respect for her sacrifice, the depth of which was never expected of her, but which she did not expect of anyone else. It is on her strong shoulders that she carries us still. Udicott closes the door to the recycler, and the particle disintegrator begins to reclaim the molecules that once formed your mother. Your father squeezes your shoulder, making a small choked-off noise of pain. Yeah, we haven't drank enough for this. Jesus. As a community, we remember Fluorescent. As a community, we will return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, her sacrifice is recognized in the manifest body of the colony. The ceremony is adjourned to the canteen, where a somber wake is held in your mother's memory. There isn't enough food to dull the emotions, and your empty stomach only reminds you of her unfinished work. Your father is the new head of geoponics. In a few hours, he receives your mother's remains so that he can add them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. You touch the cool lid of the container, marveling that your mother could fit in such a small box. You don't have to be okay, your dad says quietly. His voice is thick with emotion. I know I'm not. I have to keep going where she left off, but if you can, you should take some time off. I am definitely taking some time off. Jeez. But I'm not stressed anymore. The prospect of just going back to work like everything is normal is too much to handle. The sun dips below the horizon and glow begins. You end up spending the whole month alternating between sleep, scrolling the holonet, and staring into space. It's restful, at least. A few days after the funeral, surveyors return with an unexpected bounty from the Valley of Vertigo. It's enough to survive for another month until the new year. Maybe, if you keep rationing. The colony will continue to limp along, but without your mother. So what are we at, like one death every other stream? Yeah, just about. The roar wakes you. It would wake the dead. It shakes the walls, rumbles through the ship's hull, and makes your heart skip a beat. You're paralyzed by a sudden clench of fear in your gut. Through your porthole window, you hear metal screeching and people shouting. Then another roar, guttural and rumbling like the sound of a mountain collapsing. Something enormous is out there. Yeah, I want to run out to face it. You don't know what gives you the courage, but you run out to the fields and face the horrible creature face to Oh my gosh. It has no face. In place of a face, or even a head, its body just unzips, revealing a mess of writhing pink tentacles and blinking eyes, pocketed with jagged, asymmetric teeth. It stands on 4 enormously powerful legs, each as wide across as tree trunks. Clinging to its back and its thick, slug-like tail are clumps of lichen that glow faintly in the night. The creature is nearly twice the height of a greenhouse. It's standing on top of a flattened one, the wreckage of lattice and plants all around. Flickers of light from plas rifles and stun guns light it from underneath, and the stench of ozone thickens in the air. You see Nem and her brother Calm darting in and around its legs with their twin shocks of red hair. The faceless creature lurches into another greenhouse, oblivious to the soldiers trying to herd it away. The monster left a trail of destruction from where it smashed right through the walls. Smaller creatures are pouring in through the gap and heading towards... They're headed straight to command. You watch helplessly as the hordes of animals storm command, sneaking through torn-away panels and smashing through windows. It's too far away to hear the screams, but Governor Udicott is inside. You have to do something. Uh-oh. Oh, that rake will do so much. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I know this is horrible, but, like, the governor's really old. Like... I think we're gonna help Nem and Calm. I think that's our best chance of actually doing something. Oh, we even get friendship. Yay! You run towards Geoponics, picking up a handful of rocks as you cross through the barren fields when Calm sees you and gestures for you to flee. Get out of here, Selene! He says, you're gonna get yourself killed! You grip your rocks in defiance. You're sick of being told to hide like a child. You want to help. Oh, this one's gonna be tough. Let's do it! I don't think the colony has anything that could damage that thing. Yeah, probably not. Okay. Alright, we got some red cards. So we could go 4-6-6. That's 25. Or 4-5-6? No, okay. The reds are more valuable. Okay, alright, 47. We got a lot of blues this round. So... Plus... if this has the highest value. Okay. So 2, 2, 3, 3. Or... Wait, what was it before 23? Oh, this is actually higher. What? 6 versus 4 and 4. Oh, okay. Ooh, this could be a toughie. Ooh, that's a lot of 6s. That's good. 8, 8, 6. Ah! Super goal, even. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, it wasn't the highest. But that's okay. +2 combat. You try your hardest, but even with the full force of defense squad, you can barely keep it contained near the farms. You dart in and around the battle, throwing rocks and making noise to keep the abomination's attention away from the rest of the colony. Its tentacles whip around, slapping the ground and knocking into people, picking them up and throwing their helpless bodies like dolls, only to be crushed under its massive trunk-like feet. The fields are littered with bodies of the fallen. Sweat stings your eyes, but you somehow stay on your feet. Others aren't so lucky. "Selene, watch out!" Com cries, and you look up just in time to dodge the wet slap of a tentacle, tripping over a body and sprawling to the dirt yourself. The Faceless makes a horrible noise from deep inside its craw, flecking you with spittle as your guts liquefy from a near miss. You're close enough to feel the sick heat radiating off of it. It doesn't have a face, but you realize with horror that it sees you. A beam of plasfire arcs over your head, and the Faceless roars again and turns its terrible attention to Calm. Oh no, he can't die before we romance him. You scream and uselessly cover your head as it lumbers over you. As you scramble to your feet, you see Calm go flying through the air. He lands a few meters away with a sickeningly wet crunch. Oh no. Nem cries in horror as she runs to Calm's side, but it's too late. Oh my god, we get 2 deaths! Ah! Oh my god. His body is bent at an unnatural angle, his eyes open and his face frozen in stupefied terror. Oh my god. He looks unreal, like a wax mannequin. He's just gone like that. Oh my god, we had 2 deaths like back to back! Diesel pizza! Nem lets out a primal scream of pain, and you see the thought ignite in her mind, contorting her face with ugly fury as she stands up to launch herself at the Faceless again. Oh, Nem. You grab her arm and she yells at you in wordless rage before collapsing to her knees, throwing her body over Calm's and sobbing like a scared teenager she is. You can only stand and watch. You hear a colossal cracking noise and look up to see the Faceless stumble towards the stratospheric. With a roar that shakes your very molecules, it loses its balance for the last time and falls onto the ship. Metal screams as the ship buckles and gives way. Whole pieces of the quarter's wing shear off as your home opens like a tin can, spilling its contents into the square. The strato lurches, then collapses under the creature's weight. The abomination is slain, but as wails of grief join the whimpers of the dying, you have to wonder, at what cost? Oh my gosh. I did choose poorly, apparently. The council calls an all-colony meeting to face the aftermath of the attack. In the oppressive gloom of Glow, you gather near engineering with the other survivors. It's one of the few buildings still standing. The corpse of the Faceless still sits in the caved-in wreckage of the stratospheric, spilling its flaccid, pink tentacles from its horrible zipper-toothed maw. It's already beginning to stink. You can't forget what you saw. Oh my gosh. Your mind keeps replaying that terrible moment, the Faceless rearing up and obscuring the sky, Nem and her brother looking so small before it. Governor Udicott was killed by the smaller creatures that swarmed the command during the attack. In her absence, Seek addresses the colony. Yeah, I knew she was gonna die! The council acknowledges the bravery of the defense squad, citing their heroism in finally taking down the Faceless. Geoponics is gone. The greenhouse is destroyed and fields trampled. After a year of suffering, starving, and only barely scraping by, you're not just back where you started, it's even worse. Everything your mom sacrificed herself for, gone in one night. The entire front half of the stratospheric has been destroyed. The living quarters, the canteen, the garrison, the lounge, even the crèche, it's all gone. It's only by some stroke of luck that the people hiding in the crèche weren't all killed. Yeah, I would have died if I'd stayed in my quarters. Did they need to say flaccid tentacles? Yes, they did. Seek solemnly reads the names of those who lost their lives. Too many, including Governor Udicott. You all stand for a moment of silence. You feel the weight of loss like a blow to your chest. Nem and her family cry out when her brother's Com's name is called, and their quiet sobbing continues through the silence. With the living quarters destroyed, everyone moves into engineering wing for shelter. You're crowded into the classroom with other families. The adults try to make it seem like a sleepover, but you're all still so shaken. Nem cries about her brother and screams at anyone who tries to comfort her. Eventually, you just ignore her grief, as painful as it is to hear the sobbing at night. Oh my God. You feel like you've been awake for days and you'll never fully sleep again. You try, but you keep jerking awake, crying out in fear. Eventually, you fall asleep, sitting up, held in your father's arms. Your sleep is fitful, but mercifully dreamless. Oh my God! The heck? Wait, don't I get my little end of the year summary? Where's my end of the year summary? I want to know how I did. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's all destroyed. Oh, goodness. That's not good at all. Uh-oh. But on the bright side, I'm not stressed at all. Okay. That was horrifying. And I think we should end it there. Like, oh my God. At least my two little pets are cute. I think we are now up to a 1-to-1 death ratio after that one. Yeah, after like this stream alone, we're now up to like a 1-to-1 death ratio. Wait, so is the only thing I can do go to class? Wow, and I can't do any of that. All I can do is mourn or rebuild. Wow. Well, I'm good, so we're just gonna rebuild a ton. But that's for next stream. It would just read like we are in trouble. Yeah. Okay. Woo! What a great stream. Don't you guys love playing this game? Oh my gosh, I was not prepared. I was not mentally prepared for this, guys. I am shooketh. They totally did that on purpose, didn't they? Like, putting all the deaths back to back. Like, ugh. If I would have done something else, do I have like anti-plot armor? Like instead of like everywhere I go, the people die around me. It's like, instead of like plot armor, it's like a plot gun. I don't see the colony surviving. Yeah, me neither. Okay, exactly. We have a title for next stream. What? I'm on a death streak. Everyone is dead. Yes, that is my title for next stream. Yeah, okay. Well, hug a loved one and get some sleep, am I right? Or maybe don't hug a loved one, because we have plot sword, apparently. Yeah, we're going with that. It's plot sword instead of plot armor. Plot sword. I just kill everyone I interact with. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't even have words. I don't got any. They're gone. It was a lot. I'm gonna go eat some food and go to bed. You want to be my friend? Dead. How about you? Your family all dies. Exactly. I mean, like, seriously, like, Tammy and Tammy's dad, that I forget his name, and then my mom, and then Calm, like, and some other people I didn't really care about that much, but were technically related. Anywho, thank y'all for hanging out. I just dropped the like screen, the microphone cover. That thing, microphone cover. I'll finish my beer and pass out. Yeah, a plot Gatling gun. Okay, thank you for hanging out with me despite how traumatic that all was. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll keep playing on Sunday. I don't think I have any reason not to stream on Sunday, so we'll be back on Sunday. Thank you for the hydrate. Y'all should hydrate too. Replenish all those tears we've been crying. Alrighty. I will see you all next time. Bye. Maybe I shouldn't show you too much affection or you'll all die from the plot Gatling gun too. Bye bye everybody. Oh, my streamy thing isn't ending. I'll just have to do it the manual way. Bye.